Sitting down with Badger star sophomore Connor Essegian ahead of the 2023-2024 campaign. We'll get into the team, we'll get into the season, but I got to ask first, you just held your first annual maybe? I don't know if you can call something first annual, but nonetheless, the 3-on-3 tournament at Verona High School. How'd it go? What was the inspiration behind it? Tell me all about it.
Yeah, it will be something I'd like to do annually. It'd be really cool to do that, but yeah, so I've been kind of wanting to do something a little bit like an event like that for a little bit, you know, here in Madison, just kind of bring the community together, do something kind of outside of basketball to kind of bring people in, and just kind of happened to be, you know, 3v3, and then kind of, you know, the nickname I kind of achieved of CE3 last year kind of flowed together, the CE 3v3, and, you know, but also at the same time I kind of wanted to do it for something bigger, you know, than myself as well. And so I got in touch with Coach Pat Miller, who was at UW Whitewater, and, you know, we kind of talked about it, and I wanted to be able to kind of raise money for the Derek Gray Scholarship Foundation, which would be a scholarship in his name, and he was a player at UW Whitewater who passed away sadly last year from, you know, cardiac problems. And so it was something that, you know, I wanted to be able to kind of keep his legacy going. That was something his mom told me was she didn't want her son to be forgotten, and, you know, that was something I felt like I was able to kind of be able to bring, you know, him back to life, and be able to kind of celebrate, you know, what he did, and also kind of bring awareness, you know, to Madison, but also kind of bring people in to have a good time and being able to have a good event to be able to compete.
That's fantastic, dude. Really, really good stuff. And like on that, my mind's thinking, like, you're only a sophomore, right? And you've really ingrained yourself in the Madison community really early. Number one, how'd you do it so seamlessly? And number two, why is that so important to you?
Yeah, just kind of being myself and just kind of being natural, just, you know, having fun with basketball, but also finding a way to have fun with people, you know, that don't come to the games but are still fans, and just kind of being able to bring people in on social media and just interacting, you know, kind of one-on-one with people when I see someone that's a fan, or just kind of see someone out in public, and just kind of being able to make those small connections kind of expands, you know, pretty quickly. But like I said, just kind of being myself and having fun, you know, kind of helped me, you know, be, you know, a name here in Madison that people like to enjoy and talk about. And so using it's really helped me kind of be able to, you know, open up a lot of new opportunities.
Yeah, and you bring up social media, and I've noticed like TikTok and Instagram Reels are really important to you. Like tweeting, "Hey, Area Red, we need you on game day," right? Like, again, I ask, like, why is that something you focused on? Because it seems to really connect with like fellow students.
Yeah, I mean, being able to find a way to connect, you know, with other Badgers and, you know, other fans is, you know, something that, you know, I've kind of prided myself on, and being able to, you know, kind of, you know, talk and, you know, be appreciative of everyone who supports me, and, you know, kind of enjoys the process, enjoys what I'm doing. And so being able to do just little things like that, you know, whether it's just a simple tweet, kind of bringing people together, if that's all it takes, then that's something that, you know, I'm willing to do every single day.
I love it. So I was just talking to Chucky, and he was in a position like you, year prior, right? His freshman year, he was a starter. Same with you, obviously. You got elevated to that role early on in the season, and he says, you know, those are big shoes, right? That doesn't happen a lot at Wisconsin, but you both really took it and ran with it. So as you look ahead, you're now a sophomore. Chucky's now a junior. You guys are no longer the underclassmen, right? What are you looking forward to in your sophomore campaign that maybe you weren't able to accomplish in your freshman campaign?
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I came here was to win championships, and that was something, you know, that I know UW has been known to do. We're a successful program, and, you know, I feel like that's something that I really, you know, want to be able to achieve, and going to the big dance is something I've dreamed of my whole life. And I mean, last year wasn't anywhere near where we wanted to be. So I feel like being able to kind of take those strides and being able to kind of see what we can do, you know, this year is really exciting.
Tyler Wall announced several months ago he was coming back. How big is that for you guys as you look to do just that, win championships?
It's huge. I mean, you know, a lot of people can say it's big, but, you know, a lot of people really don't understand how big it is to our locker room and you know, to the team. I mean, his leadership and his role and what he does, you know, for the new guys coming in, you know, even for me being able to kind of show me the ropes still. I mean, I'm only a sophomore still, so the way that he's been here now for 4 years, going on 5, and be able to just kind of show me, you know, how things are done in the Wisconsin basketball, but, you know, just his mentality, his leadership, his work ethic is huge.
Did he need any convincing? Were you guys like pestering him in a group chat at all, or was it a pretty easy decision for him?
Pretty sure he knew he wanted to come back. Yeah, I mean, the way we ended last year wasn't the way he wanted to finish his Wisconsin legacy, and so you know, he's done great things here, and I feel like he's ready to end it on a high note.
Looking back at last season, I know the NIT is never the goal, right? You want to be in the big dance, but you guys got there and you made the most of it. You made a really nice run in the NIT. What did you guys learn about yourselves throughout that run that you can take into this year and try to obviously get to to that big dance?
Yeah, I mean, just the way that guys, we didn't quit playing basketball was huge. It was pretty hard, to not hear our names called, on that decision day, but it was to be able to see the guys go out there and still compete, even though it wasn't anywhere where we wanted to be. It just kind of showed, what we had in the locker room, even though we weren't, playing at our best level. And I feel like, that's something that's really going to carry over to this year.
You mentioned the locker room. You got a new one. Can you tell me a little bit about the new digs? You're smiling ear to ear when I ask about it. I mean, what's it like in there?
Unbelievable. I mean, our locker room, last year was great. I mean, it was top tier, but I mean, this locker room is pretty special. I mean, it's got lights, it's got the TVs. We can play PS5. We've been playing PS5 in there all the time, as a team, and it kind of helps bring us together too, having a new bigger place to be able for us all to be together and kind of bond. But it's a pretty sick room.
It seems like electric scooters are the big thing on the team. Like I was talking to John Blackwell, he has one. I think I heard Gus has one. Do you have an electric scooter? I hear these are the new thing.
I did.
You did?
I did.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. So last year, one of the freshmen were like, "Hey, they got here before us because of the dorm move-in, and they were like, "Hey, can we borrow your scooter? It's in the locker room. You left here in the summer." Came back and it was not working anymore. So there's a wheel missing. So
that doesn't just happen.
One of the freshmen might owe me a new scooter. I think that's what I need to do. I need to figure out what happened.
Talk to John. I think he'll help you.
Yeah, he might be able to help me out a little bit.
I think you're right. Last thing for you, I love asking everybody this because Coach Gard is such a funny dude, right? He has all these expressions and weird sayings. What is your favorite Coach Gardism?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can say this on.
Go for it. It's YouTube. We're not on the radio.
He's been yelling the F word, but it'd be like he'd be saying it weird though, and he just says it, and it's like he's mad at you, but it's hard. You gotta control yourself.
So let's do it this way. Let's trade out the F for a D. Say the word duck. How he would say it.
Duck. He just says it just like his face is. So he's mad when he says it, but you gotta be able to control yourself. Yeah.
Fantastic. Connor Essegian from the Wisconsin Badgers. Thanks, my man.
Yep. Thank you.